India has a rich tradition of music and dance in their sublime form, and much of the temple art, sculptures, theatre, folklore, folk arts, street music and even traditional practices at home resonate with music and the signature of celestial dance. A famous treatise on dance is Nandikeshwara's Abhinay Darpana. Later works include Maheshwar Mahapatra's Abhinay Chandrika and Jadunath Singh's Abhinay Prakash. There are 9 rasas: love, heroism, pathos, humor, anger, fear, disgust, wonder and peace. Even gods danced, and the dancing god Shiva in Nataraj form is the most visible iconic depiction of what the great lord was all about. Celestial dance is the greatest liberator of mind and body. Indian dances are mainly Bharatnatyam, Odissi, Kathak, Kathakali, Mohiniyam, Manipuri, Sataria and Kuchipudi. Each of these dance forms are from a specific region of the country, even though the aficionados of these forms could be found anywhere in the country. Odissi is a classical Indian dance form, and it originates from the state of Odisha. Considered a dance of love, it touches on the human and the divine aspects of life. There is 2nd century archaeological evidence of Odissi in the caves of Khandagiri and Udaygiri. Near the city of Bhubaneswar, there is evidence of the continuing tradition of this dance form from the 2nd to the 10th century AD in the form of Buddhist sculptures, Nataraj, tantric images, celestial dancers and musicians in ancient Shivite temples. The dance form derives its name from the Odra Naritya mentioned in Natya Shastra. It was primarily practiced by the Maharis and patronized by Jain King Kharavela. It is similar to Bharatnatyam in the use of mudras and postures to express emotions. The techniques of movement are built around the 2 basic postures of the chok and the tribhanga. The chok is a position imitating a square, a very masculine stance with the weight of the body equally balanced. The tribhanga is a very feminine stance where the body is deflected at the neck, torso and the knees. The opening item is Mangalacharan, where the dancer slowly enters the stage with flowers in her hands and makes an offering to Mother Earth. The next item is called Batu, where the basic concepts of the Odissi dance technique are highlighted, bringing out the duality of the masculine and the feminine through the basic stance of the chok and tribhanga. This is danced in praise of Batakshwar Bhairav or Shiva. Pakhavaj syllables are recited and the dance moves from slow to quick sequences to reach a climax, when the dancer pays the final obeisance. The concluding item is of 2 types. Moksha includes joyous movements signifying liberation. Trikanda Manjura is another way of concluding, in which the performer takes leaves from the gods, the audience and the stage. Famous proponents are Guru Pankaj Charan Das, Guru Kelu Charan Mohapatro, Sonal Man Singh, Sharon Lohan. Bharatnatyam. Bharatnatyam is the oldest among all classical dance forms and originated in Tanjore district of Tamil Nadu. Bharatnatyam derives its name from Bharat Muni and Natyam, which means dance in Tamil. However, other scholars have ascribed the name Bharat to Bhava, Raga and Tal. Bharatnatyam is often referred to as the fire dance, as it is the manifestation of fire in the human body. It is characterized by Ekcharya Lasyam style, in which one dancer plays many roles in a single performance. The main source of study for the techniques of body movements in this dance form is Abhinay Darpana by Nandikeshwar. A few of the most popular contemporary Bharatanatyam artists are Mrinalini Sarabhai, Malika Sarabhai, Yamini Krishnamurthy, Padma Subramaniam, Chitra Vishweshwaran. Kathakali. Kerala is the home of several traditional dance and dance drama forms. The most notable being Kathakali. In the temples of Kerala, two forms of dance drama, Ramanattam and Krishnattam, evolved under the patronage of feudal lords, narrating episodes from Ramayana and Mahabharata. Katha means story or tale. Kali means drama, according to the role of the dancer. His face is colored or painted. Different colors have their own significance. Green indicates nobility, divinity and virtue. Red patches beside the nose indicate royalty. Black color is used to indicate evil and wickedness. Kathakali was traditionally a male-dominated dance, and now females are also participated. Kathakali depicts the eternal conflict between God and evil in most of its presentations. It is performed in open-air theatre or in temple premises. Brass lamp is used for lighting. Guru Kunchu Kurup, Gorpi Nath, Rita Ganguly are the famous proponents of Kathakali. Kuchipudi. Kuchipudi derives its name from the village Kuchelapuram of Andhra Pradesh. The technique of Kuchipudi closely follows the tenets laid down in the Natya Shastra. Stylized mime, using hand gestures and subtle facial expression, is combined with more realistic acting, occasionally including dialogues spoken by the dancers. According to tradition, Kuchipudi dance was originally performed only by men, and they all belonged to the Brahmin community. The dance follows the following two forms today. 1. Natya Melamu consists of a group of actors, males, performing Kuchipudi dance drama. 2. Nattuvamelam is a tradition of dance performed by women artists. This tradition had two sections: those who performed at the royal courts and those who performed in the temples. Historically, it was performed as a dance drama, with several dancers taking different roles. The themes are mostly derived from the scriptures and mythology, and the portrayal of certain characters is a central motif of this dance form. One example is Satyabhama, the colorful second consort of Lord Krishna. Famous proponents: Raja Reddy and Radha Reddy. Yamini Krishnamurthy. Mohiniyam is one of the two classical dance forms that originated in Kerala, the other one being Kathakali. Mohiniyam gets its name from the word Mohini, the feminine form of Lord Vishnu. The word means dance of Mohini. The dancer wears a white or cream plain sari adorned with colored or gold brocade weaved in its fringes in the typical Kerala style. The artist also wears gold jewelry on her neck, arms, hands, ears. Notable Mohiniyam dancers in India: Sunanda Nair, Kalamandalam Kalyani Kutti Amma, Jayaprabha Menon, Pallavi Krishnan, Gopika Verma, Madhuri Amma. Manipuri dance form finds its mythological origin to the celestial dance of Shiva and Parvati. In the valleys of Manipur, along with the local Gandharvas, the dance gained prominence with the advent of Vaishnavism. In the modern times, Rabindranath Tagore brought back the dance form into limelight when he introduced it. In Shantiniketan, Manipuri dance is unique in its emphasis on devotion and not sensuality. While the dance incorporates both Tandava and Lasya, emphasis is laid on the latter. There is limited use of mudras in the Manipuri dance. The focus is mainly on slow and gracious movements of hand and knee positions. Ras Leela is a recurring theme of the Manipuri dance recital. Famous proponents: Jhaveri sisters, Nena, Suvaina, Ranjana and Darshana. Guru Bipin Singha, Kathak. The stories in Kathak's performance generally tend to be about the Hindu god Krishna, or in some cases Shiva or Devi, and the stories come from sources such as the Bhagavata Puran, or the Indian epics. The art of Kathak dancing pays a significant tribute to Indian history and accentuates Indian culture. Kathak actually dates back to 4th century BC, where sculptures of Kathak dancers were engraved in written scripts and sculptures in ancient temples. The word Kathak has been derived from the word Katha, which means a story. It is primarily performed in northern India. It was primarily a temple or village performance wherein the dancers narrated stories from ancient scriptures. The legends of Radha Krishna were enacted in folk plays called Rasa Leela, which combined folk dance with the basic gestures of the Kathak storytellers. Usually a solo performance, the dancer often pauses to recite verses followed by their execution through movement. The focus is more on footwork. The movements are skillfully controlled and performed straight-legged by dancers wearing ankle bells. Kathak is the only form of classical dance wedded to Hindustani or the North Indian music. Some prominent dancers include Birju Maharaj, Sitara Devi, Damayanti Joshi. Sataria. The Sataria dance form was introduced in the 15th century AD by the great Vaishnava saint and reformer of Assam, Mahapurusha Sankardeva, as a powerful medium for propagation of the Vaishnava faith. Because of its religious character and association with the Sataris, this dance style has been aptly named Sataria. The dance form was an amalgamation of various dance forms prevalent in Assam, mainly Ojapali and Devdasi. The focus of the Sataria recitals is on the devotional aspect of dance and narrates mythological stories of Vishnu. The dances generally performed in group by male monks known as bhokos as part of their daily rituals. Khol and flute form the major accompanying instruments of this dance form. The songs are composition of Shankardeva known as Borgeets. There is great emphasis on rhythmic syllables in dance postures along with footwork. It combines both Lasya and Tandava elements. Sataria dance tradition is governed by strictly laid down principles in respect of hastamudras, footworks, aharyas, music. In the modern times, Sataria dance has evolved into two separate streams, the Gaina Bhenar Nach and the Kharmanar Nach. Popular artists, Guru Jatin Goswami and Sharodi Sakya among others. Indian dance has a variety of styles. Like other different Indian culture, different types of Indian dancers also originated in different fields of India. Meanwhile, it also combined a number of diverse elements from other different countries as well as local Indian traditions.